We are intending to continue to invest both in user experiences, and this may be reflected in sales and marketing, but we are also looking to invest in operations, to innovate and to think about different things that we could do to provide our consumers a better experience. So in terms of profitability, I think this is going to still fluctuate in the near term. There are other opportunities that we're trying to capture. As I mentioned earlier, and what I haven't really talked about today is around our efforts on consumer to manufacturer. So thinking about how to leverage the immense demand we have on our platform to drive backwards efficiencies in the supply chain, to work with the manufacturers in China to build their own brands, to make more tailored product. All this requires investments, and they may be manifested in operating expenses. They may be manifested in R&D expenses.
You obviously mentioned you're a young company. The domestic market, no doubt, is huge. But how much is international expansion on your mind at this point? What are you thinking in this particular area?
In the near term, I would say, international is something we are learning, we're observing. But for now, we are remaining very focused on the domestic market. The e-commerce market in China continues to grow at north of 25%. The penetrations, going from anywhere from 25 to 30% to maybe even upwards of 40%. The question is, within these different categories of online sales, where can we add the most value? And naturally, when you think through that from that process, agriculture jumps out.
One thing we have seen is US-listed Chinese firms go over to Hong Kong to raise money in a secondary listing. You're obviously listed over in the US. Are you expecting to do something similar?
We are actually much more focused on the core business at the moment. We are not considering a Hong Kong listing.
I want to talk a little bit about one of the big trends we're seeing here in the e-commerce space in China, and that's live streaming. At PDD, how are you viewing live streaming? And is this an area that you're investing in quite heavily?
When we looked at live streaming, we didn't start by saying we need to build live streaming experiences revolving around particular celebrity, right? We're not looking to create a celebrity-driven or what we call KOL, key opinion leader-driven type of e-commerce experiences, which is what's been most popular, in China's e-commerce landscape to date. Those type of experiences we recognize very early on to be not that sustainable from a merchant's perspective, and is really more akin to an advertising model. Where we felt this live streaming could play a role in our e-commerce business is to provide this feature or this capability to our merchants directly. So from the very beginning, we have designed our live streaming product as a tool for merchants on our platform to engage with users, to build trust and build connections.